Euros are coming up starting next week, and I could not be more excited. I was actually, I think initially going to make this video next week, and then I decided to bump it up to the end of this week. And then this morning I was like, I can't wait anymore. I just want to shoot this one, put it up so that you and I can chat Euros. So what we're doing today is tier ranking all 48, I think, home and away kids for Euro 24. So let me pop down in the corner here. And now you should be seeing the tier list screen, which we'll be looking at together. I'm trying kind of a new setup today where, well, you'll see. We'll look at the jerseys together and then sort of pop back and forth between a couple of windows and place the jerseys in the tier list. I think most of them should fall between B and C. S tier is gonna be like the jerseys that I would want as part of my hypothetical collection. Let's get into it. You'll get the idea. And a lot of them, as we know, with international jerseys, international kits, tend to be a little bit more basic than, club, association football jerseys. So that's why I think a lot of them will sort of fall in the middle tier, but this intro's already dragging. We need to go through them quickly because there's a lot to get through. So let's start with Albania at home. And I think there are a few teams, a few countries in this list who are using their previous international kits, who don't have special kits for the Euros. And I'm pretty sure Albania is one of them. This is Macron, isn't it? But to be fair, it's like a nice geometric interpretation of, is it an eagle on their crest? I like the color choices. So I think these, we can look at the away one right away too. Very similar, just with a white base. And we'll adjust the tier list as we go, but I think we can start with a fairly standard, maybe a B for these ones, because there's an effort. There's an element of representing the country. Maybe they would belong in A in any other situation, but because these are kits that we've seen before, for now I'll keep them in B. Now let's go back to our list and look at Austria. And I really like this one. Part of me wishes that the collar and the sleeves, the band on the sleeves, would maybe be the same accent color as the design and as the stripes on the side panels. But then maybe the white of the crest would be too stark and too out of nowhere in that case. So I think they did did a really good job on this one. This is Puma. Really interesting design. And then we've got the Away, which I think I read that was supposed to symbolize, again, eagle's wings, which you can kind of see, and it's a nice little like abstract way of representing that. I like the choice of colors, especially for like a summer tournament, and the black accents on the collar and the sleeves I think do a good job at tying in the crest, the badge. So I think both of these belong. I'm sort of tempted to put the Away shirt in S tier, but maybe for now we just put it above the home shirt in A tier. That feels okay. Let's pop back in to the list and look at Belgium. Now, in the past, I've talked about how I feel about putting gold on a jersey, especially when you're not coming from winning something, or when you're not sort of like the host country. I kind of wish the gold accents, especially on the sides, were just black to keep like a stark black and burgundy look, and then maybe you make the accents like the Adidas logo yellow or white, because then the background of the Belgium badge would have to be a different color too. And then the design on the back, in theory, I'm talking about like the print on the torso, in theory could be a nice touch. I like when it's not just plain one color, when it's done well. But in this case, I feel like it gives it just like a shiny look. I feel like it's so promising in the collar and shoulder areas, and then it just loses me below that. Now, while we're talking about Belgium, let me pull up the Away shirt. I don't know how popular Tintin is outside of like Francophone culture. I grew up knowing Tintin because I'm a Francophone. French is my first language. But I'm curious from you guys, do you know Tintin? Because this shirt is sort of like an homage to that character. They're going to be wearing this jersey with brown shorts to really give like the full Tintin look. And then I think also the training, like I think they have an overlayer that's like this kind of a similar color to an overcoat or to a trench coat. So I think that's all very cute. I can get behind it because I think the execution is really well done. I'm wondering, I should have looked up whether this was like a certain anniversary of Tintin, because that would make it that more special. But with all that being said, I said S tier would be something. Yeah, I couldn't wear that shirt because I'm like a warm autumn. I can't do a baby blue. But there is something fundamentally special about this shirt, and that makes it become a collector's item. So I'm comfortable putting it in S tier. The home jersey. it in low B for now. Now Croatia. Let me go fetch that image for us. Croatia at home. Pretty straightforward, but I mean, it works. It's a really good use of their crest, their flag. So not too much to say about that other than, yeah, good. I also think this collar isn't bad. We'll have to see it on body, but at first glance I think it's pretty good. The away shirt I love also. I love the 2 shades of blue that they chose. I like the little accent, the little dash of red. And I love that they're pairing it with the dark shorts. So, going through Croatia pretty quickly, but in a complimentary way. I think I'm gonna do yeah, let's do that. And do we like the away more? They're pretty tied up, but really nice job on these, I think. Now next is Czechia. And okay, so again we've got the design on the actually it's not just the torso, it goes onto the sleeves for this one. It's a little pet peeve of mine when these symbols are just thrown on without rhyme or reason. I much prefer taking a certain element of an emblem and doing something cool with it. This to me feels like the shortcut version. That being said, I think it looks good for what it is. I like the blue on the collar and the sleeves, so I can't fault this one too much. The away shirt, I think, is the same thing. Can we zoom in a little bit on it? It's hard to tell what's going on the torso of this one. Maybe the execution on this is a little bit better than the home shirt. And I like that the accents are blue all over, and then you've got the pop of red in the crest. So I think maybe the away shirt for me gets a higher ranking. Like, I'd be ready to put this around here. I'll come back to all of this and adjust it in the end, but and then maybe something like that for now. Back to the list, we have Denmark. So Denmark at home and Denmark away. I'm having the same issue as with the Belgium home jersey, where it just all looks shiny because of the design in the background. This is Hummel. I think the white looks a little bit better than the red. I don't know if it's the collar, maybe. Point is with Denmark that I actually like their keeper kits better than their player kits. I think they're similar ideas, but they're executed better on the keeper side. I think I've seen 3 colors: green, yellow, and blue. And all 3 are really nice. I especially like the yellow and the blue. But the player shirts are underwhelming for me. So I think for this one as well, we'll do something like let's do that for now. Now, England. Okay, home shirt. pretty simple. I'm not a fan of this collar, the Nike collar that I think we'll see on a few kids in this ranking video. The fold over collar just isn't for me. I do like though the like purplish dusty blue color that they've gone for this year. I think it's a nice twist on a pretty like standard year-over-year kid, and extra points for like a whole week just turning into this huge scandal through no intention of their own, just people taking issue with things that, I mean, it's the whole flag thing, right? Was it the Union Jack on the back of the collar? If you don't like it being presented in colors that are not like the proper blue, red, and white, then that's fine. But reading into it as far as people did and then taking issue with it, again, through no doing of Nike's or of England's, that's just extra points to me. And then the away, again, just a nice change of pace. We're seeing this yellow. I think Spain are not Nike. I think they're Adidas. I never know how to pronounce it in English. But clearly this see, I was telling you guys with the Arsenal kids, the yellow kids from this season. At the beginning of the season, I was like, they're a little bit ahead of the trend, but this like fluorescent yellow will make an appearance in the years to come, and we're seeing it here in the England shirt, a little bit more subdued than the Arsenal shirt, but that same concept. And I like this. I think I like it more because I'm not English. I think if I put myself in the Brits' shoes, I don't know how I would feel about this. Like if Canada came up with something so unexpected. But we're being impartial here, and I think they did a really good job. So the home kit, although I really like it because of the collar, and again, that's just Nike's doing, I might put it down in B for now, and then the purple is nice and inventive. We'll put it around here. Okay, France. The home, I'm just not a fan of most of Nike's collars this year, because this like asymmetrical collar thing to me just makes it look like the shirt is like, have you ever washed a shirt in a washing machine and it comes out and the seams are a little bit off, and then all of a sudden you've got like a seam twisting down your front and the other one twisting down your back? That's the effect that collar is giving me. Maybe once we see the players wearing it in the tournament, I'll feel differently. But I'm just not a fan of this collar. And then the big rooster, I think is a nice touch. I think it's pretty fashionable of the time. The away. This might be one of my biggest hot takes of this entire video. Conceptually, I think it's a good idea. In practice, it looks like a pajama to me. And if you've seen my tier ranking MLS jerseys video, there was one team, I think it was Houston, I think it was a Texan team, that did a sort of progressive color blocking, like chunky lines on the jersey. I really liked that. So again, in theory, this could be a really nice idea. I think it's the pinstripe, but I just get pajama from this. And so for that reason, I won't be able to rate it too highly. Maybe this one goes like here, and then this one. I'm definitely gonna have to readjust this list because I'm putting too many in A, and I have to just be okay with putting some in D. So stick around till the end if you want to see my proper ranking. But for now, we'll look at Georgia. This might be another one of the kids. Again, Macron. That's being reused from previous years. I think they do a good job though. I like the color blocking. I'm not sure about these little crosshairs. I think maybe you're inviting some jabs here. But I like the stripe down the middle. That's sort of cut off. They do a similar thing with their third kid too, in all black. And I think if you're gonna go for a simple jersey, these are nice. I like the home better. It's hard to say. But really nice choices with their crests too, making it all white on this one, all black on this one. I think it's a nice iteration of a simple kit. So I'm going to place them probably like around the Albania one. They're very similar, aren't they? They're the same maker as well. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, now the hosts, Germany. Is it The Athletic that I saw the headline? Like, it would be such a shame to see Germany win at home wearing this. And I don't think it's that bad. Again, I think it's very symbolic of what is trendy right now. And for that, I can't fault it. I'm glad they went with the white stripes on the shoulders. This could be, and the stripes continue down the sleeves as well. I'm not sure if, yeah, I think Adidas does that for all of their kids this year. I'm glad they didn't go black, and I'm especially glad they didn't go like, I've talked about this, I think with the MLS tier ranking, but it was the New York City FC jersey that has like asymmetrical, like in this case you would have like yellow stripes on one side and red stripes on the other, or you get the idea. I think white was the way to go. I think the gradient is very now. And then we look at their away kits, and I think this is a case where I feel like this jersey is going to look great in a crowd. Like when the fans are sporting this one, it's gonna look fantastic. I'm not sure about it on the pitch. That being said though, it will be stark, it will pop out, you will know that you're watching Germany. So for that reason, let's see where we rank them. I think I'm gonna put a lot of these A's are gonna move down. A lot of this is gonna get knocked down one tier. But let's do something like this for now. Now moving on to Hungary. I'm not a fan. I think part of this, I mean, you know, you've got to do something with the colors that you have, the colors that represent you, and it's not their fault that their colors are Christmas to me. But I think there's so much more you can do to make it interesting. This is just on both sides an example of the plane being done the wrong way. I like the away better than the home, but so like maybe you put the away like here and then the home here for now. So they need to move down to D. I'll stop saying that now. Italy is next. And talk about doing too much with the stripes on the shoulders. They've got the green, white, and red stripe going, which is just not for me, but I can definitely see people liking it. And then you've got just their classic blue. All of these Adidas shirts, by the way, I think these stripes, oh well, not in this case because they do wear white shorts, because normally the stripes would continue down to like the short, which makes it look a little bit more interesting, but they're sporting the white shorts. Pretty plain. I think I'd be happier. This is like the opposite of the England one, where I think if I was an Italy fan, I'd think this is better than I do now, but from a neutral-ish perspective, I'm okay with leaving it. And then this one is just worse for me. This one is very reminiscent of like what I said with Hungary. It's maybe better execution than Hungary, but, and this is totally just a me thing, the asymmetry of it all. At least it matches the flag. At least it matches the flag, but you're here to hear my opinions on it. So, but Italy home here, Italy away there. Netherlands. So, the classic orange at home. We're really doing big badges with Nike this year. This is simple enough. It looks very textured. Simple enough, but in a good way. Again, if you live in the Netherlands, do you buy this just to have it? I don't know. But on its own, it's a nice shirt. The away shirt. Okay, first of all, it has that Nike collar that as of now I'm not a fan of. And then the pattern on the torso, it gives off like 90s movie theater a whole lot. That being said, they're doing more than a lot of countries are. It's like the more you look at it, the more you go, I guess it's not that bad. But maybe that's not a good sign. So I'm gonna put their home shirt, yeah, like around here. And then this one. Yeah. Poland is next. I think I pronounced that right. Home jersey has the fold over collar that I'm not really a fan of right now, but I like the idea of having the big crest centered and Nike underneath it. But this one's pretty plain. Here's one of my hot takes for this year. Their away shirt gives me like early 2000s Olympic uniform. Not necessarily for Poland. I don't even know what their kits looked like. But just like I'm thinking of like speed skating uniforms in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I love it for that. I think this is gonna be a hot take. I don't care. We are bumping this one right up to the S tier. Deal with it. The home shirt can probably go like around the England, Netherlands. They're all Nike. There's definitely a vibe here. Okay, let's look at Portugal. Again, the weird collar from Nike. Two collars that I don't like this year from Nike. But this is a nice way of making your Christmas colors not look Christmassy. I especially like the very dark forest green collar and sleeves, and then that little line of a brighter green I think is really nice. I think it pulls in really nicely with the badge there. And otherwise, plain red shirt. The collar is where it goes wrong for me. And then the away shirt. I've been flip-flopping on this one. Initially, when I first saw it, did not like it. Since I've been looking at it more, preparing for this video, it really has grown on me. I think it's a really nice take on an away kit. And at first I was thinking, like, should the tiling pattern have been a different color? Should it have been more colorful? And as I reflect on that, I think that would have maybe made it look more goofy. All in all, I think this is a great shirt. Again, a great like summer tournament shirt. I'm already seeing people in Canada wearing this, but I think, yeah, you can imagine yourself wearing this on a beach somewhere, which is not what this ranking is about, but I do take into account the sort of like fan perspective when it comes, not only the player wearing it, but the wearability for a fan, which is why I say the Germany away will look good in a crowd, and this Portugal one will look good outside of the stadium. So, where are we ranking Portugal? Well, I think around these ones. So maybe we do this, which surprises me even. Again, when I first saw these, I would have expected them to be down in C, but I've turned into a fan. Okay, now Romania. These are for sure repeats, so I won't dwell on these too much. They also have a third shirt, which is blue. I forget the name of this brand that makes them, but I think they're the only country that are outfitted by this brand. The neckline is okay. I like the nice little touch of the symbols going up, like down the ribs on both sides. I think I might like the blue better, but the blue is the third kit. And then the colors of the flag on the sleeves. Again, these are like pretty plain. That being said, I do have to say that maybe I like them more than this. So let's do that. this jersey might have won the tournament for me. The only part that I'm not sure about is interchanging the yellow accents and the white accents. Again, I just wish it was one either, and maybe the yellow just to make it stand out a little bit. This gives me similar vibes as, I think it was Wales during the Rugby World Cup, was it? Where they had the black base and then like a neon yellow. Is it the St. George's Cross? Those, I think, were like some of my favorite jerseys from the rugby worlds. I think this is a really cool take on like I'm looking for the word here, but you know, you're looking at it. Like the same design you would have on a kilt. It's at the tip of my tongue. So I absolutely love this. I just wish maybe the stripes on the sleeves were also yellow, or everything else was white. The away. Okay, we've got a similar situation here. I think the MLS shirts are Adidas as well, where you've got this like off-white base that's very nearly white, which we saw in the CF Montreal jersey this year, their new jersey. And I still don't know how I feel about it. Purple is an interesting choice, but again, a nice way to differentiate yourself from, just differentiate yourself, do something different. And then again, a similar pattern on the side panels there. Definitely don't like it as much as the home. So the home for me is gonna move up somewhere in S. And then the away can probably come here. Okay, let's keep going. So next we have Serbia, which is very similar to what we've seen earlier. They have made the effort. I'm realizing we have to keep this thing going. They've made an effort to have some sort of pattern on the torso. Otherwise, again, we've gone with 3 different colors, the flag colors, for the accents. So you've got the sidebars, the sleeves, and the collar. It's pretty plain, isn't it? Same with the away, except that the away has a little pattern on the sleeves, which is not bad. I think we're gonna use this look to guide us. I think this one kind of goes around here, and the white as well. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, this one, Slovakia, was hard to get proper pictures from. From what I can tell, that's like the Nike neckline from this past year. But I didn't think that this was a repeat. I think this is a new jersey using the old Nike neckline. It's hard to judge from the pictures that we do have. There was at the launch or the reveal, they were using like a purplish light that kind of made the away jersey look like it had a little more dimension. It kind of looked like the Poland away, but like reverse, like white with a little bit of color, very subtle color coming on. Turns out that was just the lighting. It's a completely white shirt with some texture on. I mean, there's not much to say about these shirts, really. I think I might like the white better. So I'm gonna place it here, and then I'm gonna place the blue here. Yeah, let's just go right ahead and move these two down. Okay. Now, Slovenia, again, the old Nike neckline. There's a little bit more going on here though, so I like these more. I like the shades of blue that were picked for the home kit. I think the away kit looks good as well. I like the idea of sort of this being a full line with the numbers. I'm wondering what this symbol is, because presumably that's their football association logo. But regardless, I think these are nice enough shirts. Again, nothing too special. But I'd be ready to move this one here and this one there. Okay, Spain. Potentially another hot take. I love it. I love it so much. I know people are saying it's orange, it's not red. But again, it's summer. I like, see, Scotland, take note. All of the accents are in that yellow, and it looks good. It's bright, it's lovely, it looks intentional, and I love it. The away shirt, again, it's grown on me. Because the first time I saw it, and part of it is me going, oh, I can't pull off this color. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, you know what, it is a really nice shirt. I don't have to be able to wear it for it to be a successful iteration. Again, we've got that yellow. It's a more washed out yellow from the Arsenal kit that we've seen this year. But it's definitely grown on me. Maybe ideally we would have done like a reverse home kit where the accents up top are orange as well. But I think the blue panels were needed on this shirt. So in a way it makes sense to pull them up here too. But maybe ideally I would have just left the top accents orange. So, in a complete surprise twist to me. Well, first of all, Spain goes somewhere in S tier for their home jersey. Maybe this. And this has to become an A, which I wasn't expecting. I'll place it right here. There. Okay. Switzerland. Now, barbed wire does not scream Switzerland to me, so that throws me off a little bit. But barbed wire aside, I love the shade, like the burgundy. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt almost the same color right now. The panels on the sides that tie into the shorts and the barbed wire pattern. Yeah, I think this is a really nice, again, I don't think I would have liked it more if it was pinstripes. Maybe you just do a thicker stripe rather than a barbed, or maybe you just do the Swiss cross all down the line rather than what I assume is, I mean, this is too pixelated to tell, but I'm assuming that they're like X's rather than just a cross. But yeah, really nice color combo here. And then they're way, like, again, just a nice version of a plain white kit. Presumably the shorts are going to be the color of the collar. So rather than having these light blue panels, I might have made them the same color so that, again, like the home kit, it sort of goes down into the shorts. But yeah, nice color selection. Nothing truly bad to say about Switzerland. So I'm gonna move this one here, and then the white maybe here. We got 2 teams left before we rearrange our tiers. Penultimate team is Turkey, and I think this is my other hot take, but I really like this. I like that the crescent moon is like an actual patch and not just the moon and the star. That to me would have just looked cheap, but the fact that it's a badge and the whole thing is red, I do really like it. Same with the away. You've got the badge, the Nike fold over collar, and then the Nike swoosh is under the crest, just like with the Poland shirts. So I feel like a lot of people say these two are too plain, but I think it's great execution of like as plain as you can get. I wonder where the player numbers are gonna go on the away shirt. I guess under the Nike swoosh, but maybe controversially I will place these here, and we're gonna end up with Ukraine. And these are, at the time I pulled them, these are rumored jerseys, like rumored markups. I don't even think you can call them leaks, because they just switched over to Adidas. And look, plain shirt, pinstripe. They're doing the right thing with the accent colors, if that is the case. So we'll place them pretty mid. Definitely, yeah. Okay, let me think about this, because now we're at the point where we have to refresh everything. So I think my A tier is pretty locked. My S tier, my A tier should be cut off around here. Around. Let me think about this. Let me move some more down to the D tier. Yeah, these need to move down here. Okay, realistically, yeah. And then, okay, this one goes to B, and it'll go, I don't know what I was thinking. It'll actually be moved down here. And then these are high B. That can stay in A, but that's gonna go high B. See, very similar idea between the France home and the Turkey home. Big old badge, nothing else. But Turkey has the better collar, so maybe we do this. I need to move Germany up here, maybe, and yeah, I'm beginning to be okay with this tier ranking. I mean, there's 47 jerseys, so I'm sure if I sat with it, I would just change everything back. But we've gone through the tier. The important thing is that we know who our champions are. And our champions are the S tier. So like my final four, my Euro semi-finals are between Scotland, Belgium, Spain, and controversially Poland, with Portugal just missing out. Spain is already up there. Albania somehow not making the cut. Yeah, I feel good about this ranking. I'll leave it at that. I can't. No, I want to move this guy down here. This guy doesn't belong up here. Yeah, this guy belongs around here. And that's starting to take shape. Where's the home oh, the home version of this is here. Okay. Do I move? There you go. Okay. D is complete. I'll call it there. I'm ending the video. Let me know in the comments who you're gonna be rooting for at the Euros. Despite the jerseys, despite the kits, I'm behind England all the way. I don't think they're gonna win, but I'd like them to. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for almost an hour just looking at jerseys, and I'll see you soon in the next video.